Oh, hello there. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm No02. I really appreciate you being here. Now, this is it. This is the Act 1 solo deck. I'm going to be showing, well, these are the characters, right? I'm going to do a little bragging here, a little bit of bragging. So I've beaten the game with Hoffman on Nightmare mode, right? Got my SWAT skin. I've then beaten Act 1 on Nightmare with Carly, Jim, Doc, and Walker. And this is the deck that I did it with. This is the deck that I did it with. So I'm going to be talking about this deck. This is the deck that I'm going to be demonstrating in the future videos here. I'm going to demonstrate how I play through Act 1, how I do it, how I use this deck, the concept behind it, and hopefully that will result in you guys also being able to complete Act 1 Nightmare. And then I'll move on to Act 2 and Act 3 and Act 4, and hopefully eventually on this little journey, everybody who watches and supports me will have a SWAT skin, right? Thank you. Awesome. Okay. So here's the foundation. I believe every deck should have some sort of resource generation, movement-based cards, act-specific cards, and like a win condition. This deck's win condition really kind of doesn't exist. Our win condition is sort of like is proper item use. That's about it. Quantity of items and a little bit of movement speed. But this deck specifically this is not necessarily a speed run deck. Okay, this is not about cheesing the game 100%. So this deck is flexible in that you can play normally or you can run if that's what your teammates are doing. Because we're playing in solo, we have random people. This is going to allow us to play either way. Very, very flexible. The best card in the game, Double Grenade Pouch. Love it. Hazard Pay is our first card, right? So we're on Resurgence 1-1 of the campaign. We have 500 pesos. We buy 2 grenades and pain pills, right? So I'm going to go through all that sort of details as I'm playing, explaining my thoughts and things like that. But here, this is the most solid foundation you can ever have in Nightmare mode is Hazard Pay and Double Grenade Pouch. Super reliable, and if you move with good, decent pace, you're going to do well and have more than enough grenades to get through the map. If you watched my video on a full team dealing with Act 1, at this point, right, we're going to start preparing for the crossing. The team cards, though, I only had 2 stamina cards. Here, though, because we're solo, we're going to need to clutch a lot of matches on ourselves, and a big part of that is going to be run speed. So for Blood Tunnel, we get run like hell. Just flat move speed, it's the best move speed card in the game. Huge value, very little drawback. And we're doing this, 1, so we can clutch, and 2, that we can prepare for the crossing. So Pain or Blood Tunnel, we get run like hell. Pain Train, we get superior cardio. Crossing, we get cross trainers. And this is it. As far as like typical movement stamina cards that you would see in a speed deck, these are the only 3 cards we're going to have. And when I do the playthrough, I'm going to teach you how to do the sprint cancel jump to save your stamina, because that's sort of critical to getting these as much value out of these 3 cards. For Clean Sweep, we have Bomb Squad to keep our grenades on pace, as well as in the event that we have an oh crap, there's some sort of mega boss or whatever. In some of these missions might have extra cash, we can throw a bunch of grenades, buy more grenades, maybe. Things like that. But basically, Bomb Squad I think is a must-have if you're running Double Grenade Pouch, just because it hacks up tall boys. You can throw a grenade and then shoot the tall boy and down it, and it gets you out of a lot of situations. And the extra explosive resistance is just so nice, right? But basically, we just have like this grenade foundation, some core movement speed going on, an extra grenade for bookworms, and we're sort of just preparing for the bar, but just again, like just more grenades means more consistency, more opportunities for us to get out of a sketchy situation on our own, by ourselves, basically. Fire in the Hole. You can probably replace this card if you don't like it. I've been using this card because it's fun. It's kind of fun. It's like reminds me of like Half-Life speedrunning, where like they throw a grenade at their feet and blow it up to boost, super fast or whatever. But basically, this is like throwing a grenade now, because we're gonna have 4 of them, 5 if you're Hoffman. That's an extra 80 to 100 points of temporary health, right? Because remember, the temporary health doesn't dissipate after 5 seconds, just the move speed. So basically, it turns our grenades into half a pain pill, basically. So again, just nice bit of survivability. And again, if we're using grenades as the foundation of like us getting out of sketchy situations, using grenades to give us the ability to clutch matches where we can throw a grenade, blow up a tall boy that's in our path, blow up a door that's in our way, and then we can speed through it super fast and we get extra health. So I think this is the clutch kit. This is the solo. You're going to be the only person alive getting into the safe room, and your teammates are going to be like, "Oh wow, you're so good, you're amazing. How do you do it?" And then you'll be like, you'll type in my channel into the chat and tell them go there. Anyways, thanks, I appreciate that. Next is shoulder bag. Again, it's just health. Like, it's just the foundation. The win condition is just flat stats, grenades, and health. Pain pills, pain pill, pain pills. We have extra pain pills. If you don't like fire in the hole, you can replace it with poultice. You can replace it with like hydration pack or like mad dash, another run card. But with the shoulder bag, now we have 3 pain pills for an extra 180 points of health and another 80 points of health from, like, we have a ton of health, essentially. And for relatively cheap, pain pills and grenades, those are your priorities as far as buying. If you're playing from the start of the game and you have 4 teammates for a lot of it, by the time you get the shoulder bag, you're going to be strapped for cash a lot of the times. So as often as you can conserve things, you should, but of course, if you get too greedy, you'll die. And at this point now, we just need to start stacking use speed for the final mission, Rolling Thunder. Combat Medic, Screwdriver, Multi-Tool, Headband Magnifier, all the use speed cards. And once we get to Rolling Thunder, we don't really have any need for stamina. Nothing else really matters other than us being able to load the cannon and be alive while we're doing it. So just canned goods, extra health, bam, plus 40. And that's it. So this is like basically like a quarter of the deck is just us preparing for the final mission. 3 cards that allow us to sort of clutch and do the crossing, and then just a grenade and pain pill foundation to keep us alive. It's just like you blow things up and you stay alive, and you kind of go fast sometimes because we have run like hell. And that's it. This is the deck. You can sort of play normally or fast if that's what people want to do. And when you play normally, it's just like you sort of play it like a grenade deck, where it's just hopefully your team's moving at a good pace, but if it's not, it's just whenever your team's in a sketchy situation, you throw a grenade. And when your team goes down and the poopies hit the fan and you're their last hope, you have the option of just running away and getting to the safe room and showing them how good running is in this game. And that's it. So next series of videos is going to be me completing Act 1 with this deck. I'll probably do it with Mom. Just she's the next character in line, basically. And I'll break up the next set of videos as far as like the crossing, the first ward, the first checkpoint will be a video, and the next checkpoint will be a video, and etc. and etc. So I've done this. I've completed Act 1 with this deck 4 times now. 4 times now. Great. Tweaked it a little bit over time, changed things, and this is what I really like. Had the most success with, like, immediately. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it, and I'll see you in the future.